In this tutorial, you will navigate through a sample Blackboard course that mirrors the same template you will see in your own course section. Now, the first page that students will see when they log onto your course is the announcement page, which is this area here. You will post weekly announcements to describe assignments that are due in the new week or module, as well as any key points about the subject or topic for the week. In addition, you may create announcements about certain aspects of an assignment. So if there's a big assignment coming up and students need further instructions, or you see that students are asking the same question, you want all of the students to see your response to that question, announcements is a great way to communicate to students en masse. There's also a Start Here button that you will see on the left-hand menu panel. It's called Start Here. This is where you will post a welcome video if you have the technical equipment, or step-by-step instructions for the first week. So when students access your course for the first time, what do you want students to do first so that they are set up for success in your course? The next area is course content, and this is where your students will interact with learning materials that are built into the course. You'll see the course syllabus and schedule is here, and there are 8 weekly learning modules. Now, the course content section, you will see several folders. You'll have a course syllabus and schedule. You also have 8 weekly learning modules where there will be content such as reading and study assignments. That includes textbook reading, journal article reading, web pages to review, as well as presentations to view. These are activities that prepare the student for the learning activities and assessment. Now, for undergraduate, the week begins on Tuesday and ends on Monday, so most assignments will be due on Mondays. For graduate courses, the week starts on Monday and it ends on Sunday. So that means that most assignments are due on Sundays for graduate students. But the course schedule will show the actual due dates for the assignments. The due dates are also embedded in the Grade Center so that you know when a student has submitted a late assignment or not. There's also a shortcut to the discussion board forums. So the student may access a discussion board assignment in a particular learning module, but they can also access it directly from the course menu panel. There are also student tools on the course menu panel. There's the My Grades area where students will access to see what grades they received on assignments. There's also an option for students who want quick access to their HBU email, which they may click this right here. About your professor is information about you so that the students know how to contact you, a little bit of information about you. So this is something that you will need to complete for every section that you teach at HBU. If you click on the chevron and then edit, you will go to the fields that need to be edited. So you'll see there's a title field where you will need to indicate what type of title you want to go by, whether it's doctor, professor, whatnot. If you don't want to have a title there, you don't have to have a title. There's also first name and last name that you'll need to input, as well as your HBU email address. And this will be your only point of contact from an email perspective that you should have with a student. You should not use your personal email address. There's also a work phone number if you want to provide that to students. If you're an HBU full-time employee, you'll have an HBU phone number. But if you want to use your own personal phone number, that is up to you. Office location, if you work on campus, the building in which your office is located. If you do not work on campus, the city and state in which you reside. Now, office hours is where you would indicate your availability to respond to student communication. Now, remember that there is a 24-hour turnaround time to respond to student communication, so really you're available every day of the week. But you may input preferences here, such as you prefer to be contacted through email because you have a quicker turnaround time on that type of communication. There's also a notes section where you will indicate what type of educational experience you have, maybe some professional information about positions you've held in the area, subject area in which you're teaching. I would also include some fun facts about yourself, because this is where you can infuse your personality and help connect with your students so that they see that, okay, I am a human, and you can approach me. So this is a good area for you to provide some fun facts. There's also another area that's called attach image, and this is where you should attach an image of yourself so students can see who you are, and then make the profile available so students can see it, and then click submit. There's also an area that students can access called HBU Resources, and this is a repository of different services that are available to students, from the Moody Library to academic advising to the HBU bookstore. And finally, on the course menu panel, there's an area for course evaluations. Students will receive midterm and post-term evaluations about your course, and this is where students can access those evaluations to complete them. Now, this is the end of the tutorial. Hopefully this gives you a good overview of how to navigate within your course section at HBU.